So, what is synchronicity and does it exist? I want to talk about that a little bit today. Hi, I'm Diane Hatz. I'm the founder of the Hearth Network and also Hearth Talks, this video podcast. If you're new or if you're coming back, please feel free to like and subscribe. It'd be great. It'd be great to know someone's watching. Anyway, synchronicity is when two or more things happen that seem to be more than a coincidence. Carl Jung, he saw synchronicity as the psyche's deep connection with the outer world and a bridge between inner and outer realities. So, an easy example, which we've probably all experienced or know someone who has, is you haven't spoken to someone in 6 months or a year, and they just pop into your head. And then, 24 hours later, they call you. That's a synchronicity. I believe that synchronicity is the universe's or my higher power's way of telling me that I'm on the right track, I'm on the right path, and that, I'm synced with what I'm supposed to be doing and where I'm supposed to be at and going. I firmly believe that we all have the ability to see and to take advantage of synchronicities in our life. We just have to act on them. The universe is always giving us opportunities. It's learning to understand when they are presented to us and then jumping on them. The best way, I believe, one can really start to hone in and understand when they're in a synchronous moment is to develop your intuition, to learn your gut feeling and where in your body you experience things. That is when it becomes easier to know when it's just like a path that's going to end, it's going to dead end, or it's where you should be going. So my example is the first time I went to Sedona, Arizona. It's been over 25 years at this point. I had heard about vortexes. And if you don't know what a vortex is, there's places on the earth that are said to have concentrated energy. And the places that if you go to, they can help with healing, spiritual transformation, developing your awareness, and manifesting things. So I had read about this. So went to Sedona, climbed up Airport Mesa I was drawn to, which is one of the big vortexes there. There's 7 in Sedona. So climbed up it, which I'm not a climber. Almost anybody could do it, not anybody. And it doesn't even matter. You could be around it. I'm digressing. Anyway, climb up there, sit down, set my intentions. I was with a friend. He did the same. He was looking for a relationship. He is still married to the person he met within 6 months. My focus was on my career. I don't want to say I was floundering, but it just hadn't really clicked. So weeks after I came back, I was the executive producer of it's called a flash animation at the time. It was a video on computers. This is 2003, 2004. So it's eons ago in technology. But anyway, the film it was massively successful. Servers crashed. I had thousands of people emailed to say, I've downloaded this and sent to everybody in my address book. So from that, we won a Webby Award, tons of awards, but I was contacted by someone who worked at a film studio, a production company in Hollywood, and helped them a bit. I was able to walk a red carpet because of it, which that was just vanity. But this person also said to me, oh, the TED conference gives scholarships. And I was like, so I went online. It was the day before they were closing applications. I put in an application. I got the scholarship, went to the TED conference. And yes, I was intimidated. I recognized a lot of the faces I was sitting around, but went to the TED conference, sitting there one morning looking at this gentleman, Seth Godin, who, if you don't know who he is and you're in marketing, you should. But Seth Godin came out to give his talk on tribes. And it was very, very, very influential. And basically it's super fans is what they call it now. It's how a group of people can create a movement. It's not through ads, like word of mouth is the way to do it. Anyway, Seth Godin comes out, give his talk. I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the screen, and I pop up on the screen. So he starts talking about me and talking about the matrix. Next morning, I go to meditation. Before the conference starts, I turn around, Seth's sitting behind me. So I got to introduce myself to him. But it's just those little things. Then from the matrix, I was at the conference and someone gave a talk on food and they were incorrect with some things they said. So I told this person I met there and she just looked at me and said, "Put on your own TED." I'm like, "What?" And then I found out TEDx Manhattan had just started, or TEDx had just started. So I got a license for TEDx Manhattan, changing the way we eat. Did that for 5 years, and then just so much came from that. I mean, I went to a conference at the White House. I mean, a lot of really great things came from it. So I think synchronicities happen, but we also have to take advantage of what's being laid before us. Had I just shrugged my shoulders and walked away, then this all wouldn't have happened. I also am at a point where I'm learning to trust my intuition enough that I know I can feel like it. Like if a synchronicity happens, sometimes mine are. I'll be like, "Oh, I dreamt this before." To me, that's the universe just letting me know I'm on the right path. So, was it luck sitting on airport mesa, and that happening weeks later? We'll never know. But I'd like to believe I live in a world where, quantum physics is allowing these types of things to happen. I will also say there's also a reverse synchronicity. I don't know what it's called. And I don't know if it's coined as anything, but I also know that there was a point where my career was basically over, but I refused to have it be over. Like I sort of lost interest. I was over 45, where a lot of women get pushed out of their jobs and shoved out to pasture, and that's a reality. But I ego, comfort, steady paycheck. I was established. There was a lot of comfort. But the universe, I could tell you the things that happened. And I went down kicking and screaming. And I have to say, I mean, I'm still coming out of it. I'm still, I have the show now, the books, the writing. See, my books. The writing is really what I've always wanted to do. A couple years ago, I took a big deep breath and dove in full time. And all the feedback I'm getting from the universe and internally is that I am on the right path. I don't know where it's going to go yet, but I know that I finally got the message. I mean, I had already was moving. It was 5 days before I was moving from New York. I'd lived there for 30 years, 25 in the same apartment. It's very comfortable. Loved the East Village. Getting to a point where it's just time to go. But there was a massive 6-alarm church fire on my block, and it was electrical. And the flames shot down the wiring under the road. So like 6-foot flames are shooting out of the manhole cover outside my front door. This is 5 days before I'm moving. And I'm just like, whoa, I better get out of here soon. The other thing that was really cool. So I had a car. I think I'd rented a car. And when I plugged my phone in, music just came on, and Thunder Road, Springsteen's Thunder Road just randomly popped up. And I love Bruce Springsteen, and that's like my favorite song ever. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a sign. Then when I got to the Holland Tunnel and I was leaving New York for the last time, you come out in Jersey, but Born to Run came on. I know. That to me was confirmation that I was on the right path. Yeah, another total aside, when I got to New Mexico, because I didn't know anything about New Mexico, the second my wheels crossed the state line, I exhaled for like 5 minutes and was just said, a girl can breathe out here. Knew the second I crossed into the state that I had made the right decision, and probably the best decision of my life. So, digressing a little, but I can't picture life where wonder and awe and things that are bigger than me aren't there and helping guide and just bringing joy to our everyday life. So how do you feel about this? I hope I made sense. But what do you think about synchronicity and, being on the right path and feeling it? I'd love to know. Please put it in the comments. And until next time, be well. Thank you.